in terms of carrying, the last two metrics are very important. It shows that he's more of a I'll finish my carries with the shots rather than creating a chance for somebody else. So again, these all encapsulates the type of winger is, and the numbers we will look at visualized later on. Then will back up these numbers as well in terms of what Liverpool might get and how he might connect to other forwards Liverpool currently have in this setup.
It's interesting. I'm going to bring up his touch map as well, Miz, while we go into that one. And obviously, he does get the ball there a lot on the left-hand side. Go back to that's what Liverpool are looking for. Although they have lost Mohamed Salah, right winger. They're clearly in the market for Bradley Barcola, who's very much a left winger. I'm guessing that's where he would play. The interesting thing is, because you mentioned before what the type of wingers Liverpool currently have, or have been, again, maybe linked with elsewhere, a lot of more, what I would call providers. You would probably call Victor Munoz, maybe Rio Ngamoa, that as well. Whereas Cody Gakpo, perhaps who isn't that and is more of a goal scorer, he's maybe being linked with moves away. It appears that Bradley Barcola, judging by the what we saw earlier, and then obviously where he wants to go with the ball, it appears that he's more of he wants to be more of the goal scorer than perhaps the provider, and which is a bit different than what we were speaking about last week, where Liverpool maybe trying to buy wingers who facilitate Alexander Isak. Barcola seems to be more of one who maybe would take the burden off of a centre forward in terms of goal scoring. Is that fair?
That's fair. I think that you have to have a player from wide areas, if not from both sides, at least from one side, who could score 15 to 20 goals for you in a season, so that if Isak is fully fit and having a full season of game time in the Premier League and the Champions League, and he scores around 35, and if you're not getting much from the likes of Victor Munoz, Riyang Gumaha, or if Ibrahim Mbaye comes from here, they are more the providers and the chance creators along with Florian Wirtz. Then you need another forward or another wide forward until Hugo Ekitike comes in to supplement the goal scorings. And Barcola, as we saw with the numbers, he can still create chances. He's more of he will create chances more by coming inside and being more in the box. He averages more than 15% of his touches in the opposition box, which you can see by the touch map as well. Although the starting position is on the touchline, there's a slanting nature of his touch map ending around the edge of the box or inside the opposition box, and that's where most of his actions are in terms of creation of chances, dribbling or carry ending, and what sort and whatnot. And he has the pace to go in behind as well. So and apart from playing as a left winger, he has played 5 to 10 games or more, I think, as a number false 9 as well, on the right wing. So if Barcola comes and if Liverpool sell Gakpo, you have a situation where at least till Ekitike is back, you can play Barcola for a few games as a false 9, and then you have other wing options to supplement them as well. So you're getting a lot of versatility in Barcola. You can play him out wide for creating chances and scoring goals as well. Then if we can put him centrally as well, knowing although his finishing sometimes can be iffy of the big chances, we'll look at the numbers later on, but in the main, his finishing has been good and he can be relied upon to score a decent amount of goals in a season.
He looks like, again, the stats have suggested he's a 1 in 5, roughly 1 in 5 goal scorer, which Liverpool probably want more from his game. But if we move on, obviously, from the touch map to the final third runs, like those runs into the final third, they do look like someone who can get more goals. Like that if you, especially if Liverpool on the right hand side, they're going to have more of this facilitator type winger, whether it be Munoz and Gamal, where they go and sign another player. You know, as great as, like, for example, left wing Sadio Mane was at dribbling and scoring goals, he was amazing at arriving at the back post and getting those goals as well. And maybe this data suggests that, again, he's playing for a good team and he has always been in and out of the side, really. And he was usurped by Kvaratskhelia, one of the best players currently in the world. Does this suggest to you that actually that is the profile of someone who probably could and should score more than 1 in 5?
Yes, I think he's finishing in the last 2 seasons. We look at the short map later on. His XG performance is at par with what he's getting. He's not really overperforming much, although it's not underperforming, but he's not overperforming. It means that he's not really adding much value with his shooting, so he's converting what he's getting, which can be improved on because you are still going to come to Liverpool. You're going to get a lot of chances in there, and the type of runs you make, which you can see here in the final third, they are really back post sort of runs or out to in runs between the center half and the full back when the diagonal ball is played from a right back or a right-sided centre back, and he can get into that. And he has a decent height as well. He's 6'2". In the last 2 seasons in the Liga, he has around more than 50% of aerial duel win rate as well. So sometimes, as you rightly mentioned, a right winger can hang out away from the box, can put crosses in, and Isak also is very good in the air. And you can have Barcola as well at the back post, doing what Sadio Mane used to be very good at, back post headers or making those late runs in the box towards the far post. And this is the nature of runs that Barcola has made in the last 2 seasons. Clearly suggests that, and that sort of player Liverpool are getting, very much output oriented, and he has to improve that as well going on. But there's a lot of potential and ceiling there looking at the numbers.
Yeah, I was going to say, because like if let's work on the theory that the type of player he is that Liverpool want to add to the goal scoring, especially like I say, if they are going to replace Cody Gakpo, he might leave. There's Tottenham interest is going around. I think the main concern, if someone looked at it and just the raw numbers of Bradley Barcola for PSG, I said 1 in 5. He's probably closer to 1 in 4 to be fair to him, but like 34 League One goals in 128 games and 6 Champions League goals in like 43 games. If he's going to be relied upon to be the second main option as a goal scorer behind Alexander Isak in what would be Liverpool's first 11, they would have to improve Mizgan. And do you see enough from maybe what we've seen in this one in particular of the type of things he's trying to do where there is scope for that to get better, or is he just what he is?
No, I think you saw in the World Cup, the finishing was good, and whatever chances he got, he sometimes can be rash. I think people saw the last 20 minutes of the Champions League final and got really disturbed by his finishing or a couple of overruns he had with the ball. I think that's not him in microcosm. He can miss chances. He's not really a finished article in terms of finishing chances when getting into the box, but he's still a reliable goal scorer for you. From the considering he's a winger, he's not a number 9. So if you are portraying him as a number 9, then he's definitely not a very good finisher. But from a wide positions, where he's doing other works for you as well, because I have a number in front of me in the last 2 seasons, the goal or assist contribution rate per 90, it's around 0.8. So he's able to, if not able to score consistently, he's able to provide you assists or goal contributions in that manner at a very high rate in the league in the last 2 seasons.
So that was a clip from this week's xTransfers. To watch the full show, head to the Redmen Plus app.